September 11th, 2001. It was about 9 a.m. I was asleep in my one-bedroom apartment. I got a phone call from a friend that I worked with, and she was crying. She said, "Turn on the TV. Being reported that the World Trade Center was hit with a plane." So I turned it on there, and I'm like, "Wow, that's big. That's big." And shortly after that, a second plane hit the other tower, and I was shocked, and I didn't know what to think about that. I didn't know. I knew what could have been an accident after that. Then reports coming in about Flight 93 and the Pentagon getting hit. In a short time, the world was in shock. I myself was scared, not knowing what was going to happen next. The only thing I could think of was falling to my knees and burying my face on my couch and pray. Pray for my country and all the people involved. I still remember all the mixed emotions, from fear to anger to sympathy. I didn't even really know at the time if I should leave my apartment, but during prayer I felt Lord's presence and hand on me to calm my fears. After I prayed, I called to make sure that my family was okay. And for me and myself, I will never ever forget that day as long as I'm alive, because it was the one time in my life I really didn't feel safe living in this country. Because we know none of us knew what was going to happen next. We saw heroes being born. We saw people running into a fiery building. Police, EMTs. It was amazing to see people's reaction to this tragedy. The buildings fell with all those people in it. Then I think the most horrifying thing I saw was, before all of that, watching people jump to their death, believing that that was the only way, the only option they had, instead of staying in there and burning alive, was to jump from the top of the towers down to their death. It's a day that I won't ever forget. I know at that time, during all this, the country came together. We all stood together. Didn't matter what race you was. It didn't matter what anything. Nothing divided us at that time. We came together. It was one of the most beautiful times you'd ever see. But it's totally different from what you're seeing today. But as a country, we came together and loved one another, and but that was my 9/11 experience.